He's the only one out there telling the truth.
I think Sigma Simon's sexy.
You know who you can trust.
He's the guy that brings you the news.
It's complete honesty in a world of uncertainty.
I don't trust Acme, but I do trust him.
Welcome, one and all, to another riveting episode of The Hydrogen Line with your talented and brilliant host, Sigma Simon, bringing you the news your governments don't want you to hear. Now, I know it's been a while, folks, and for that I have only one word. Taxes! Not only did the taxman finally catch up with old Sigma Simon, but tax people from the UNN, the MCRN, and even the OPA all came knocking on my door at the same time. Well, I don't have to tell you folks that Sigma Simon is his own man, and I told them they wouldn't get 1 red cent out of me. That's when they came aboard and beat the hell out of me and took a bunch of my stuff and said they'd be back. Moving on, in this month's news in the Sol system, the OBF faction is apparently now under contract to provide and refine carbon for the MCRN, the OPA, and the UNN. Details of this new contract include the nations allowing OBF access to Intertex components in exchange for bulk refined carbon. This comes as a response to many of the Internations drilling platforms being mysteriously destroyed in the Kronos sector. More details about this new contract: the MCRN, OPA, and the UNN have agreed to not engage OBF forces in or around the Kronos sector. Wow! This seems to be a tremendous opportunity for the OBF faction, and maybe even a step towards system-wide cooperation between the rival nations. Let's hope that OBF can keep up production. In related news, the OPA trade union's first official trade deal of the OBF ended in disaster last week. Warrior X, flying Kronos Lifter 1, met with Foxy Woxy above Kronos to exchange Intertech and upgraded belter comps for carbon ingots. The trade was necessary to further build UNN mining stations. And get this, the UNN pilot, identified as Foxy Woxy, who some are now calling a war criminal, forgot to disengage the shoot biologicals option, and when the poor hard-working OPA trader got out of his ship, the UNN ship opened fire and destroyed the pilot and his ship. The fallen pilot left behind 3 children and 1 wife. Early reports from the wreckage show that the pilot, identified as Warrior X, was hauling 4.5 million ingots of carbon, which is now destroyed. The carbon market will be hit hard for several weeks as demand is climbing in the face of this dramatic shortage. Some OPA members are speculating that this was an inner world plot designed to deny the OPA access to the much-needed carbon. I smell a conspiracy, folks! In other news, mysterious Free Navy transmissions from the Black Tortoise seem to be getting picked up by relay stations and could predict future movements and events regarding the Free Navy. The secret coded transmission is available in the Sol News Network channel, so take a look yourself, folks. Maybe one of you can crack the case. And now a word from our sponsor, Baratna's Gas.
To Baratna's Gas. Come to Baratna's Gas.
You're on the Hydrogen Line with Sigma Simon.
Welcome back to the Hydrogen Line, folks. If news was a delicious pot roast, Sigma Simon would be the secret sauce. The OPA reports sighting of suspected stealth ships leaving the Saturn AO. The Outer Planets Alliance report that during a routine training exercise near Saturn, their new flagship, the Drummer-class Dreadnought, encountered strange radar anomalies using its new Tycho-built sensor arrays. The OPA utilized deep space satellite constellations and tracking stations to verify these tracks as Free Navy stealth warships. According to a reliable source within the UNN, they have been monitoring several small groups of Free Navy warships and logistical vessels moving away from Saturn. However, they did not want to speculate on the destination or the significance of this activity. A source within the MCRN confirmed a significant increase in communication activity, which they described as consistent with large fleet operations. None of the major powers have issued notices or responded to these movements within our fleets, as war efforts remain focused on the Uranus moon of Ariel. In other news, Helghast, or the faction HGT, is heard to have been causing tension between Mars and the OPA. This upstart faction has been instigating skirmishes with Martian forces, including the Laconian faction. Given the fragile nature of the various treaties between the OPA and Mars, this is just a political powder keg of powerful players proving to the rest of us that they have no respect for a peaceful and civilized society. And now, premiering here on the Hydrogen Line with your host Sigma Simon, a brand new track fresh from the sands of the Martian soil. This one's called Green Mars.
I might have to drink recycled water. I might have to breathe stale air. I might have to eat cold rations. You're gonna find out that I don't care. I can't go outside or I'll freeze to death. I'm stuck inside this dome. Even in these halls and dusty walls, I know that Mars is my home. Mars is where the tough are born, and to terraform we are sworn. With all our work and advanced machine, one day Mars will be green. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I might have to fix my busted spacesuit. I might have to eat freeze-dried meals. I might have to run when Earthers shoot, but it's worth it for Martian ideals. One day through our endless might, one day soon in my heart. Our kids may play outside in the light, but only if I do my part. Mars is where the tough are born, and to terraform we are sworn. With all our work and advanced machine, one day Mars will be green. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I can't slack off, I can't hold back, I can't sleep late, I can't do that. I can't be lazy, I can't be greedy, I can't grow hazy, I can't be needy. Mars is where the tough are born, and to terraform we are sworn. With all our work and advanced machine, one day Mars will be green. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
You're on the Hydrogen Line with Sigma Simon.
One last parting thought before we wrap things up here, folks. A moment of your time to talk about programmable blocks. You may think they're making your life easier, but as soon as you aren't looking, those scripts of yours become sentient. Don't trust them. Mark my words, folks. That's all we have today. Keep your welders charged, your drills sharp, and your guns pointing galactic north, and offer some assistance to the resistance. This is Sigma Simon.
You're on the Hydrogen Line with Sigma Simon.